And welcome to beautiful Tom Bruner Field on a fantastic Friday night here in Muscatine, Iowa, along the banks of the Muscatine Slough, the most beautiful ballpark in all of southeast Iowa, as the Muscatine Muskies take on Cedar Rapids Kennedy here in postseason action. One of the first home games the Muskies have hosted in several years after a fantastic season. I'm Joel Krausar on the Discover Muscatine Sports Network as Dawson Toborg fires that first pitch in for strike one. The Muskies 22-14 on the season. The Kennedy Cougars coming in at 21-15-1. Misses low and outside there for ball two. At bat for the Cougars, Max White. That ball is grounded up the middle, and it's going to find its way to center field for a single in the leadoff spot for Max White. Brendan Groth now the DH for the Cougars, as White is on first base. The Muskies coming off a split of a doubleheader with Fort Madison on Tuesday night. Their game against Iowa City West was rained out on Monday. Pitch is outside for ball one. Groth batting .344 on the season. Toborg checks the runner. Groth now shows bunt. Toborg with the pick move. It was close. Doug Custis with the tag. White just a step and a dive away, able to sneak his way back to the backside of that bag. It's a good move there when the batter shows that bunt so early. Low throw over there to Doug Custis. And picks. That's a tough sun for the first baseman. And I can say that with experience. As Muscatine holds and Groth calls timeout. Little chess match going here. The Muscatine defense checking some plays, checking runners, seeing if they can get Groth to tip his hand. Show bunt. He's showing bunt again. And he slaps it right down to the third baseman who charged hard. They get the lead runner. Fantastic play. Great bunt defense by Miles Melendez at third base. Groth has to check as the hitter where that third baseman is, and he's got to try to bunt that down the first base line, and that's what the first base coach for the Cougars is communicating right now to him. So the trade places there as Groth gets to first base, but they're able to the Muskies cut White down at second, and that will bring up the number 3 hitter. And that's number 9, Dylan Davis for the Cougars. First pitch in for a strike. Again, playoff baseball action here. Winner advances. The loser's season is done. That pitch is in for a strike. As Toborg is working ahead here to an 0-2 count. Davis takes to the box 0-2. That's fouled back out of play. So the Muskies have 1 out, 2 strikes. Groth on first for the Cougars, and Davis at the plate. Dawson Toborg on the mound. That's fouled out on the right field side. Diego Rangel behind the dish for the Muskies. Miles Melendez at third base. Ethan Silva at shortstop. Dalton Logel at second base. Doug Custis at first. Jaime Martinez in right field. Noah Yan in center, and Reed Olsis in left. Toborg's had a fantastic season on the mound for the Muskies, looking to lead them to a postseason victory. Short lead for Growth at first. That pitch is down for ball one. Toborg checks the runner. Breaking ball driven to left field. Olsis unable to get it on the dive, and that's going to be extra base opportunities here. Olsis gets in. Here's the throw from shortstop, and they're able to get him out at home plate. Fantastic relay throw from Ethan Silva as Olsis able to hit the cutoff man, and the put out at home plate with Rangel. What a perfect throw from the cutoff man from Silva. And the 7-6-2 put out at home cuts the runner down at the plate, and that's 2 outs for the Muskies after the double. Olsis took a gamble there, was able to get to his feet and fire a strike to the cutoff, which enabled them to cut the runner down at home plate. Runner going to third. Davis, he's thrown out at third base. Oh, unable to, I didn't see the ball squirt out. The ball beat him. That was a great throw from Rangel. And Melendez unable to secure the catch, but a great hard slide, too, from Davis to create a collision at the point of tag. The Muskie defense looking sharp, though, here. Toborg battles back with the strike. And we're even 1-1. That ball is up. Olsis is tracking it. Secures the catch for the third out. The Muskies use their defense, and they keep the Cougars scoreless here at the top of the first inning. We'll be back with a quick break, and we'll have Muskie is at bat at the home half of the inning. Baseball on the Discover Muscatine Sports Network. It's playoff action here tonight at Tom Bruner Field. The Muskies able to cut one runner down at home plate for the second out, and then a fly out to left field to round out the top of the inning. The Muskies hold the Cougars scoreless, and now Cedar Rapids Kennedy will be led by Braden Hoyer Sr. on the mound. He's 4-1 on the season, 36 and a third innings pitched. His batting average against is .234, and he's only walked 18 hitters, and is one of their top arms. He's a lefty, and Noah Jan, a lefty for the Muskies, will lead it off, the center fielder. Jan, a standout basketball player and track athlete for the Muskies, as well as a baseball player. Jan watches the first pitch go for strike one.
Here you go, Noah.
at first glance, Hoyer's not a high velocity guy, but he seems to have some good movement on his pitches and kind of an interesting left-handed delivery. It's a long left-handed delivery. He can hide the ball a little bit behind his left hip. Can make it a challenge for hitters. And he misses out. Ooh, strike two. That one was a little questionable from our perch here right behind home plate. So Hoyer gets up 1-2. And that's a swing and a miss for Jan for the third strike. Reed Olsis, who had the fantastic play after made an effort to dive and miss, got up and was able to hit the cutoff man to cut the runner down at home plate. Now Olsis looks to help the Muskies out on the offensive side. Out in front of that breaking ball. 0-1 goes the count. Nice pitch. Pitching backwards for Hoyer. Fastball outside, fouled off to left field. Olsis down 0-2 in the count. Olsis lays off the fastball high. Moves the count to 1-2. Olsis ground ball to shortstop. Third baseman's able to get to it. And a strong throw across the diamond. You tell young ball players at third base you get whatever you can. Standing up, and Bain able to cover that much ground and make a strong throw over to first base. And that'll bring up Diego Rangel, the catcher for the Muskies. No runners on, 2 outs. Breaking ball in for strike one. From my vantage point, that looks like a slider. I've seen also almost a 12-6 curveball as well from Hoyer. And that's more of your traditional curveball, misses outside. That ball hit to right field. It's a high fly ball. And Kennedy able to camp under it. And the Muskies go up 1-2-3 in the first inning. We'll take another quick break. Be back with second inning action here on the Discover Muscatine Sports Network. And welcome back to Tom Bruner Field. Joel Krausar on the Discover Muscatine Sports Network. As the Muskies and the Kennedy Cougars tied at 0 after 1 in this regional playoff action. It's the first game of the bracket. That also has Pleasant Valley and Iowa City Liberty along, and they're the other higher seeds. Muscatine, the 3 seed. Kennedy is the 4 seed in this particular bracket. Dawson Toborg looking to get off to another strong start like he did in the first inning. His defense helped him out tremendously as well. And leading off, Colby Dolphin leading off here for the Cougars. Dolphin just a sophomore. The ball's hit high to left field as Reed Olson is able to settle under it and make the catch. So one pitch, one out for the Muskies here in the top of the second inning. That'll bring in Donalds for the Cougars. Rowan Donalds batting .286 on the season. He has a .351 on base percentage. That ball is slashed to the right side. It's going to go foul. So Toborg again continuing to work ahead. But we've seen these Kennedy Cougar hitters be aggressive, trying to jump on that first pitch. That ball is grounded to the shortstop. Silva with the low throw picked by Doug Custis. And the 6-3 putout for the Muskies. Trevor Scott batting now, a freshman catcher for the Cougars. A .280 hitter on the season. Scott looks to drag bunt, but he pushes it a little too hard right to Custis. And a 1-2-3 inning for the Muskies. And the Muskie offense will look to get a hot start here in the second inning. We'll be back with Discover Muscatine Sports Network. I'm Joel Krausar. This is Muskie Playoff Baseball. And welcome back to Tom Bruner Field. It's getting to be the golden hour here at the cedar-lined stadium as designated hitter Josh Diekman comes to the plate for the Muskies in the bottom of the second inning. Diekman will actually continue his baseball career next year at the University of Wisconsin-Platteville, batting .312 on the season. Boyer first pitch fouled back. I've been thoroughly impressed with the Muscatine defense these first two innings. Anticipating the ball coming to them, making the plays. Been some great glove work. Diekman looks at ball one. Good crowd here tonight at Tom Bruner Field. Softly hit to second base. Good play there from the second baseman. Doug Custis to bat for the Muskies. Costas batting .410 on the season. He watches the off-speed pitch in for a strike. Hoyer implementing a backwards pitching strategy, and what I mean by that, he's starting the count off with off-speed pitches, changeup, sliders, curveballs, when typically you see a fastball in that situation. And that's fouled off. And when you're not a heavy velocity pitcher, it's a good strategy, especially if you can get that pitch over for a strike, because it changes the timing and the eye level of the batter. That ball's hit high. Center fielder Dolphin calls off the second baseman, able to make a catch there. Dawson Toborg now batting for the Muskies. Pitcher looking to help himself out here at the plate. Toborg with 16 RBIs on the season. Looking to get on base here and start a 2-out rally here for the Muskies. He looks at the first pitch, strike, fastball. Swing and a miss. Looked like a changeup there from Toborg. Arm action was all the same, but took a lot off of it. Toborg rolls that one to third base. Here's Bain. Bain with the strong throw across the diamond again for the third out. Both teams' defense is playing outstanding so far. We've played two, and we're still scoreless here on the Discover Muscatine Sports Network. And welcome back to the Discover Muscatine Sports Network. I'm Joel Krausar here at Tom Bruner Field. It's regional baseball action. It's the serious time of year where it's survive and advance, win or go home. Playoff baseball here in Iowa High School. Everyone working their way to try to get to Banks Field in Iowa City, the home of the University of Iowa Hawkeye baseball program, where the Class 4A championships will be held this season. Pitcher for Cedar Rapids Kennedy, Braden Hoyer, now coming to the plate. Dawson Toborg as Hoyer shows bunt, misses low for ball one. Hoyer, a .274 hitter. Calls timeout. That's Toborg. Toes the rubber. That one is slapped into left field. That's going to fall for a single. Hoyer takes a big turn, but holds up at first. So Hoyer, the pitcher for Kennedy, able to get on base. He'll find himself a courtesy runner here. That courtesy runner is number 10, Gavin Smith. And so now with a runner at first base comes Wiley Sullivan, which is a fantastic name. Wiley Sullivan is built for broadcasting. That is a fun one to say. Smith takes a lead at first. Toborg, as Sullivan shows bunt. Another pickoff move from Toborg. Smith able to get back. So just like in the first inning, as the Cougar squares to bunt, Melendez comes in hard from third base. Be interesting to see if we see a Butcher Boy situation where that bunt gets pulled back and an attempt to slap it past the third baseman happens. He bunts, and he's going to get it foul down the first baseline. Sullivan trying to do the right thing and push that thing down the right side on the first base line away from the third baseman. Toborg, though, being a right-handed pitcher, he's falling off a little bit to his glove side there, so he is responsible for that right side. If you divide this field into a piece of pie, the left side is the third base side. That's the third baseman's ball. The pitcher is going to take the other side, while Custis will maintain his position at first to receive the ball. If it's short enough, the catcher will pop up and try to make it. That's the way this defense is designed. We'll see if Muscatine's able to execute it if the bunt gets put down. And that ball gets past first base on the snap throw attempt. And they throw him out at second base. Fantastic hustle and play from the right field side for the Muskies. And that's a put out. And so that's everybody moving. There's no such thing as stationary baseball on defense. And a great play from the Muscatine Muskie defense yet again, cutting down the lead runner. And that pitch in for a strike. And now 1-2 goes the count. Jaime Martinez with a fantastic throw from right field. And now good block from Rangel. The count moves to 2-2. Foul tip is caught by Rangel to strike 3 as Sullivan goes down. Now Max White comes to the plate. The leadoff. He's the leadoff hitter here. The ball's fouled back for strike 1. Toborg has been extremely efficient here early on. He's not gone into deep counts, keeping his pitch count down. And he gets a swinging strike there for strike 2. Now every pitch in every location is at your disposal here. The only thing you don't want to do as a pitcher is leave it out over the middle. Waste this pitch, just keep it close. And that one's fouled back and out of play. Rangel was looking for the outside strike there. Here's Toborg, 0-2. That one's rolled foul down the third baseline. White kind of out over his front foot on that swing. His only choice was to roll his wrists over and pull it foul. See if Toborg maybe tries to come inside with something hard right under the hands. Base hit there. Good piece of heating there by White. Worked the count. Got a pitch out over the plate and was able to drive it to left field just past the outstretched Melendez at third base. 2-out runner on first. And growth at the plate for the Cougars. White seems to have good speed too. First pitch in for a strike. Pickoff, not successful. He's safe. And yes, I was right about Max White having speed. I thought he was the same Max White. He's heading to the University of Iowa as a walk-on to play football next year. White running, pitch out. And Rangel throws him out at second base for out number 3. I'm telling you, folks, I'm keeping it right here. Diego Rangel has some of the best feet I've seen on a high school catcher in the last 5 years. That footwork on the pitch out, by the time he was receiving the ball, his shoulders were already taking him in a line towards second base to throw the runner out. He showed great footwork to clear the batter and had a perfect throw to third base as well. If you have the ability to go back, jump back about 30, 60 seconds here on your Discover Muscatine feed, go watch that footwork. That's exactly how you teach it. That's exactly how you coach it. And fantastic execution from that catcher. We'll take a quick break and we'll be back with the bottom of the third inning here on Discover Muscatine Sports Network. And we're back at Tom Bruner Field. We're tied at 0 here in the bottom of the third inning. Man, that kind of defense just gets me excited. Fantastic defense being played by both teams. Bain has made some great plays at third base, crossing over with his feet, getting the ball standing up and making a strong throw. And then we've seen Diego Rangel really control the running game from behind the plate for the Muskies. Jaime Martinez, who had the throw from right field to second base that last inning, now at the plate for the Muskies. He fouls the first pitch back, out of play for strike 1. Hoyer, that pitch is going to find its way over the shortstop's head and a leadoff base hit for Martinez. And that'll bring up Dalton Logel, the senior second baseman here for the Muskies. Muscatine coached by Grant Piepert and assisted by Clay Dillon. Grant's done a fantastic job with his staff and kind of re-energizing this program, not only at the high school level, but down to the youth level as well. As Logo looks to sacrifice bunt, that's fouled back and out of play.
Come on, Dalton, you got this, bud.
Strike 1 on the foul ball. Lefty with a quick step off. A little Terry Mulholland-like move there. Martinez gets the lead at first. Ogle shows a little bit more of a deceptive move there. But Martinez not wavering. Back. And there's my third base coach instincts kicking in. I didn't even realize I said back as I was watching this. A quick throw over trying to catch Martinez on his crossover. The running game being managed well by the pitcher, Hoyer. That ball is outside for ball 2. Local shows bunt. Leaves it high for ball 2. Oh, they call it a strike. I misunderstood the signal from the umpire. Forgot he's a vertical strike caller, not a horizontal. So the count goes 1-2. Probably takes the bunt off the table here. No outs. And that's a great breaking ball for strike 3. Miles Melendez at bat now for the Muskies. 1 out. Hoyer with the pickoff. Another quick move. Showing a variety of pickoff moves here. He's got the quick step off. He's shown a fast stride. And he starts with a breaking ball outside for ball 1. That delivery is outside again for ball 2. Melendez. Big swing there. Melendez, the third baseman for the Muskies. A .275 hitter on the season. Fouls that one back. Moves the count to 2-2. Noah Yan, the leadoff hitter for the Muskies, on deck. Melendez calls time. Beautiful night, 75 degrees here at the ballpark. Ball's pitched out. Runner is cut down at second base. The chess match in that particular situation goes to Kennedy, who sniffed out the steal. And a good pitch out call. Count goes full. Now we have 2 outs. Hoyer with the windup. Ball's hit softly to center field. And able to get there are the Cougars. So the Muskies get one on early, but with this caught stealing, Kennedy able to get the third out. And we're still scoreless after 3 on the Discover Muscatine Sports Network. And welcome back to Tom Bruner Field. I'm Joel Krausar on the Discover Muscatine Sports Network. We're scoreless after 3 innings. We look to go to the top of the 3rd inning. Brendan Groth, DH for Kennedy, coming to the plate. Again, Cedar Rapids Kennedy, 21-15 with 1 tie coming into this game, and the Muskies 22-14. The Muskies were 9-9 in the MAC this year. Really strong out-of-conference schedule, too, that we saw from Coach Piepert. This team has faced multiple top 5 teams this season, with one of them being in conference in Pleasant Valley, who's also in this regional. They're entered the postseason, the number 1 ranked team in Class 4A. We saw Johnston come to Muscatine this year. It's those types of games against some of the top-level competition that have shown the growth in this Muskie program. And that growth looking to get over the postseason hump. This team was peaking last year at the right time, but unfortunately a COVID-19 exposure caused the shutdown of their season right before the postseason. And these Muskies looking to avenge that situation this summer as Tobor gets to 1-1 here in this leadoff batter of the 4th inning. Excuse me. That ball is driven right up the middle by Brennan Groth. Dylan Davis now at the plate for the Muskies. Davis hit the line drive down the left field line the last at bat, where he was able to Reed Olses have tried to make a diving catch and was unsuccessful. Davis advanced to second base, but the Muskies were able to throw Groth out at the plate. We've got a athletic trainer timeout here. As looks like the Muscatine shortstop having some issues. So we're going to take a quick break while Nicole Calvert, the athletic trainer for the Muskies, attends to the player here. We'll be back with more Muskie baseball here on the Discover Muscatine Sports Network. Welcome back. This is Joel Krausar in the Discover Muscatine Sports Network. We're just having an injury timeout here, so that's why you're seeing limited action here on the ball game. So I'm going to step away again for a quick break. We'll leave it right here camera-wise, but the reason we're in a little bit of a delay here is because there's just some player evaluation for an injury. Everyone seems to be fine, so not trying to alarm anyone. That's just the cause for the break. second base to shortstop. At the plate. Cannon. Those guys yelled. Turn two. That's a proven that you have to be ready at every moment. And that's a big double play for the Muskies as Bain comes into the batter's box for the Cougars. Toborg with the pitch. Misses low for ball one. That ball's hit up high. Logle's backing up. Olsis calls him off and unable to make the catch. The ball was just tailing away just enough from Olsis. He was unable to secure the catch. And so Bain will reach on the error and Dolphin will come to the plate. First pitch outside, ball one. Dolphin, the center fielder for Kennedy. Bain with a good lead at first. The ball's fouled back. Ball just misses outside for ball two. Toborg, pitch is fouled back out of play.
All twos crossed out the board.
Yep, we're at 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, number 22. If you're superstitious, I am. I'm not just a little stitious. I'm superstitious. Toborg looking to get out of this inning. That ball's low for ball 3. Count moves full. We'll see Bain moving on the pitch here with full count with 2 outs. Strike 3 looking. Dawson Toborg gets the punch out. And we're still scoreless after 4.5. We'll be back with more Muskie baseball on the Discover Muscatine Sports Network. Joel Krausar here with you on the call. 0, Noah Jan, the leadoff hitter for the Muskies, will lead off the Muskies. Been a real defensive showcase for both teams. And the defense on the mound, just pitching away from contact, doing a nice job of keeping the Muskie hitters off balance. We'll see if the Muskies can crack through on their second time through the lineup. Jan jumps on that first pitch, swings and misses. Jan and Olsis will be the first two batters here for the Muskies. Noah just a little bit late on that one. That ball on the outside corner for the called third strike. And now Reed Olsis try to activate this Muskie offense. The lefty really doing a nice job of two. Got the We're still up 0-2. Number 2. Offense here with 2 outs.
Man, it just seems like it's been a month since I've seen.
Boy, you're able to field this position. 4, and we're all tied at 0. And welcome back. Cedar Rapids Kennedy Cougars battling for position. We're in the middle of but the Muskies have done a great plays, and Toborg doing a nice job of the Rowan Donnells. That ball's to put out. Again, Max injury pitch after he came in. 6-3 double. Oh, for ball one. Dalton Logan. Collision there. Off the bag. Nothing malicious at all. But it's the little things that have helped the Muskies. Defense has kept that runner at first base. Although I expect Hoyer, the pitcher, to square around and bunt. See if the bunt comes out here. Your number 8 hitter. I think I would call the bunt here. Toborg with the pick off. And he's able to come back. Hoyer looks at strike 2, go by on the outside corner. And just like that, Dawson Toborg ahead on his counterpart on the mound, 0-2. Big lead at first base. That ball is inside and hit foul down the third baseline. Hoyer trying to keep his hands inside the ball there and spray that inside pitch to the left side of the infield. Couldn't keep it fair. Another big lead at first base. Ball outside for ball 2, or for ball 1, excuse me. Let's see if this is a hit and run situation here. Another big lead. Ball low for ball 2. Not a bad spot there from Toborg. Give Hoyer a lot of credit for laying off that pitch. Toborg steps off. Again, big lead these last 4 or 5 pitches there at first base. The ball's fouled back. Hoyer doing a nice job here working the count. He's fouled off several pitches. And this is one of those deep pitch at bats that Toborg's been able to avoid most of the game. Steps off again. Rowan Daniels at first base. Off-speed pitch, foul back. Toborg looks into Rangel for the sign. That ball fouled off again. On deck hitter getting his workout. Max White. Have to get a lot of foul balls here. Got a 2-2 count here. I'd maybe go over to first here. Ball is softly hit right over the second base head as Martinez comes up firing. And I think the Cougars have realized that there's some serious arms in the outfield for the Muskies. And they're going to go station to station here, unless it's a high percentage play. Smith comes in as a courtesy runner. And Wiley Sullivan comes to the plate for the Cougars. A little discussion going on here between our home plate umpire and Brett Hoyer, the head coach of the Cougars.
Second baseman, number 3, Wiley Sullivan.
Toborg steps off. And if you're unfamiliar with some of the rules, in high school baseball, courtesy runners, the pitchers and catchers can get a pinch runner without it affecting the roster position. As Sullivan shows bunt, he pops that one up and fouled it back. So just as you can see, as Doug Custis enters your frame, we explained the bunt situation there with the runner at first. It flips here with the right-handed hitter, with Custis now being responsible. And they'll run what's called the wheel, where the second baseman will wheel over to cover the base at first, while Custis, if the ball is pushed to the right side, the first base side, he'll field it and turn back around and cut the runner off at first. Or if it's hit hard enough, he can fire over and cut the lead runner down at third, and that's why you have Melendez stay home at third base. Toborg checks the runner, pick-off move at second base. From the text messages on my phone to several, and that's what we talk about at practice with bunt defense. You're seeing it in action here tonight. Sullivan squares, punches at it, fouls it off for strike 2. Toborg, really nice pitch there when he thinks it's a bunt. Going up and away there, but being close enough to get him to punch at it. That's a hard pitch to bunt. Strike 3 caught by Rangel as Toborg battles back and gets the strikeout. That'll bring up the leadoff hitter, Max White.
Number 5, Max White.
White's been on base twice today. Toborg gets the sign. Now White looks to drag bunt down the third baseline. You can see that speed. And that's a smart play from a very capable leadoff hitter there. He saw the third baseman was playing back, showed the bunt late, was just unable to keep it fair. Again, White will be walking on to play football for the Iowa Hawkeyes next year. I believe he's a safety, maybe linebacker recruit. Standout football player for the Cougars. Swing and a miss for strike 2. Toborg now ahead 0-2 with 2 outs. That ball squirts away from Rangel as there was a double steal on from the Cougars. And I like that call because even if you catch it in a spot, and also it's a breaking ball count, so you think you're going to get a good pitch to run on. But if Rangel was able to throw a runner out, it takes the force out here too by having it be successful. But if he's able to throw a runner out, you start the next inning with your leadoff batter. So good strategic call there from Coach Hoyer. That ball is low for ball 2. Toborg looks for the signal. That ball is slapped past the second baseman, and that's going to score 2. A big 2-out hit from the senior, Max White, for the Cougars. That double steal 3 pitches ago proves to be a big decision for the Cougars as they're able to get 2 on the single from Max White. So it looks like Groth coming back. I believe he was substituted for a pinch runner. And so this should be a re-entry. Yep, number 1, Groth re-entering into his DH role. White at first. 2 outs. Good pitch from Toborg. It's great to see a pitcher after giving up, a hit that knocked in a couple of runs, come right back and battle back with the strike. Tells you a lot about where his head's at, and he's focused. Delayed steal from White. Good execution of that delayed steal. And I think you could probably maybe see it in your frame. On the pitch, he gave a 3 shuffles and then broke towards the bag. Didn't let the defense set up. Throws off the timing of that defensive play. Pitch high for ball one. Tobor with 2 strikes and 2 outs. That ball is driven to left field. Olsis, he's got it for the 3rd out, but the damage was done. 2 outs off of the Max White single as the Cougars take the lead 2-0 going into the bottom of the 5th inning. It's the bottom of the 5th inning on the Discover Muscatine Sports Network. I'm Joel Krausar. Josh Diekman, number 4 hitter for the Muskies, leading off. Coach Grant Piepert bringing up a question, I think, about the lineup card. And the umpires are discussing. To get some more clarification. And I think they may be discussing what we were just discussing in between innings. There's been some substitution abnormalities. I'm not saying they're wrong. There's been some bouncing back and forth. So Growth was the DH. And I think what Coach Piepert is saying is Keister, the shortstop, who they were DHing for, came in as a pinch runner for Growth earlier in the game. They re-entered Growth to bat as the DH, and now what Kennedy is attempting to do is re-enter Keister back at the shortstop position. And now they've re-entered. So what the discussion was, can you re-enter the shortstop? And so it's just kind of a cumbersome situation. And I'm not sure that Coach Piepert liked the explanation that he got, and I wish I had a line to the umpire so he could give me a clarification too. But I'm relying on the short period of time I was a high school coach, which was many years ago. But I believe it was on the level. It's just not one that you see very often. With that said, here comes Diekman to face Hoyer. It's the bottom of the one. Finds inside for ball 2. Kind of like that little 2-seamer, though, from the lefty Hoyer to that right-handed hitter. Looks like it's coming right at you and then kind of dives back over the plate. That's fouled off back and out of play. Count moves to 2-1. Again, Hoyer, not an overpowering arm on the mound, but a lot of movement, and he hits his spots. That ball sinks low for ball 3 from Josh Diekman. Looking to get on base here as a leadoff hitter. And he earns it with a line drive, single to left field. Diekman's on with no outs. And that'll bring up first baseman Doug Custis.
Batting first baseman number 14, Doug Custis.
So Diekman goes to first. Again, lefty Hoyer on the mound. He's shown a myriad of pickoff moves. That pitch is outside, but Custis takes a chance at it for 0-1. That ball, breaking ball, hangs inside, and Custis hits it long but foul. And just like that, in 2 pitches, Custis looks at an 0-2 count. It's a ground ball to the second base. I'm unable to get the double play. And they are calling Custis out on an interference call on the slide. And Coach Piepert, I don't. He looked like he went straight over the bag from my vantage point.
Would you like to replay, Mr. Kressler?
I don't know if we can capture that in the replay. And so just like that, there's 2 outs. I thought it was a clean slide. It looked like it was a straight across the bag. And now Toborg looks to restart it for the Muskies. And Hoyer now with 2 outs. That ball is low for ball 1. And that ball's fouled down the right field line. We're back towards the Cougar dugout. Ball is hit softly to shortstop. Bain now gets it and makes the throw for the 3rd out. And we're going to take another quick break as the Muskies trail 2-0. And we're back on the Discover Muscatine Sports Network. I'm Joel Krausar. Some more discussion, I think, about that interference call at second base. I just looked at the replay. It was not the correct call by the base umpire. The shortstop came over the bag, and Diekman's cleat stayed at knee level, did not elevate above his leg, and the shortstop did trip going over. He did make contact, but Diekman did not leave the base path. And just like that now, Davis goes to first base off the hit by pitch. And I have to give Coach Graham Piepert a lot more credit than what I would have had. I would have been finding myself sitting on a school bus, I think, had that call been made. And it's a home game. I'm sure they would have sent me to a school bus, though, anyway. Now Davis goes to first, leadoff runner on, and that'll bring up number 23, Mason Bean, the third baseman, who squares around to bunt. And he pushes it foul. Dawson Toborg looking to work out of another base runner on base. Pickoff move unsuccessful, but maybe he'll keep Davis back a step. Snap throw to first. Davis able to get back. So the count's 1-1, no outs. The ball is pushed to Toborg, who able to field his position, but the sacrifice bunt by Bain moves the runner. And that'll bring Colby Dolphin, the center fielder, who actually he's being sent back to the dugout. Pinch hitter. And so Keister, no, this is number 10, excuse me. This is Gavin Smith, who we've seen courtesy run earlier today. He's now going to step in as a pinch hitter for Dolphin. Smith squares around a bunt. That's picked up foul. Smith, a .292 batter on the year. Toborg holding on to the ball here. Shows bunt, pulls it back. That ball is called a ball. The Cougar dugout has come alive as Davis steps in with a 1-1 count, 1 out. Davis on second. Snap throw down to second base. Closer than I thought it was going to be. Davis having an aggressive lead there at second base. Count goes 2-1. Muskies managing the run game. That pitch is in for a strike. Strike 2. Count goes 2-2. When you're playing this bunt run game, as a pitcher, you can change your speed. You can hold it until the batter calls timeout. Sometimes that's actually a signal that comes from the coaching staff. Anything you can do to try to get the hat tipped from the batter and maybe catch a base runner falling asleep on the base paths. Still showing bunt with 2 strikes. Now the count goes full. Toborg, who hit Davis to lead the inning off. That's a foul ball, strike 3. What an unconventional move to still bunt with 2 strikes. And that'll bring up Rowan Daniels for the Cougars. So now 2 outs, runner on second base. So now Toborg looking to get out of a jam here. Breaking ball over for strike 1. Clearing off home plate. The lights are on. The crickets are chirping. It's another beautiful summer night here at Tom Bruner Field in Muscatine. Toborg fouled off. He works ahead 0-2. Pitcher's count here as Donalds, who had a single his last at bat. On the hit and run, Jaime Martinez able to wrangle the ball for the 3rd out as the Muskies leave a runner on base for the Cougars. And the Muskies will look to try to get some runs on the board as we enter the bottom of the 6th here on the Discover Muscatine Sports Network. And welcome back to the bottom of the 6th inning here on the Discover Muscatine Sports Network. Pitching change here for the Cougars. Hoyer leaves the game, having surrendered no runs on just 2 hits. And now Bain, the third baseman, Mason Bain, will move over to pitch. And Martinez, who caught the ball to end the top half of the inning, looks at that first pitch strike. Big difference in velocity between Bain and Hoyer. Bain kind of comes in and fulfills that closer role for the Cougars. Looking to get a 6-out save here maybe tonight. And that pitch off the inside corner for called strike looking.
Shortstop, number 22, Milton Lowell.
Lowell, who moved over to shortstop after Silva left with an injury. Ball high for ball one. Four though this season, so susceptible. That ball's up. It's fouled back. Goal. Bain all business when he gets to that rubber. He tries to go quick. Misses outside. Parallax view from right field and didn't quite understand where that was. But you like to hear the enthusiasm coming from the defense. Full count now to Logel. That ball's fouled out of play. Gets that one off the barrel. It gets down but foul. Logel, the senior. Looking to get on base and try to start something here for this Muskie offense. That's ball four. Ball just missed high. And Miles Melendez, the third baseman, comes to bat for the Muskies. Outfield shifts to shade towards right field. Makes me believe the hard stuff's coming. The outfield defense is anticipating Melendez being late. You're probably going to see a lot of outside fastballs as a hitter. You can use that defense to tip the pitch. And that one sawed off. Ground ball to short, and it's bobbled. And safe all the way around are the Muskies. Keister unable to secure the grounder. And the error allows Melendez to get on, and now the leadoff batter, Noah Yan, on for the Muskies. Yan with 2 strikeouts so far tonight. Another senior on this Muskie baseball team.
Pick one out. Pick one out.
Bain takes the sign. Finds the outside corner. That pitch has been consistently called a strike all night. Back. And the pickoff at second base. A little spin move catches Logel. So you see the variety of moves. Bain actually did a reverse pivot, so he goes off the back and he pivots over his front shoulder. It's really a funky look and a very athletic move from the pitcher on that pickoff. And Jan chases a pitch, gets down 0-2. 2 outs now. Jan hits that right to the right fielder, who snaps it off for the 3rd out. As the Muskies leave one on base. As we're going into the top of the last inning, Muskies trail by 2. And welcome back to Tom Bruner Field here in Muscatine. It's the top of 7. Muskies trail by 2 after having 2 runners on with 1 out. Mason Bain able to pick off Dalton Logel at second base. And then Noah Jan flew out to third. That ball's fouled off out of play. And Tobor gets up 1-0. That ball's low for ball 1. At the plate for the Cougars is Trevor Scott, the catcher. He shows bunt. Seen a lot of top hand elevation from this Cougar team looking to bunt for base hits. Did a nice job of moving runners over when they've been called upon. Coach Hoyer playing some small ball and had some success with it so far. That ball's fouled off for strike 2. Toborg with a nice breaking ball, called strike 3. And that's the backwards variety. Came in on the inside. Breaking ball looking like it's going right at your front shoulder. And then it drops right down into the inside corner for a strike. And now Hoyer to the plate. Braden Hoyer, starting pitcher for the Cougars. He's now moved to first base. He shows bunt. And that's that hits outside corner for strike 1. The ball's fouled back off the post. Count goes 1-2. No runners on, 1 out. As Braden Hoyer steps in. Ball low for ball 2. Hoyer takes the pitch from Toborg. Ball 3. That was a good 0-2. That was a good 2-2 pitch. On the off speed. And now wide. Play. This inning has low for ball 2. Here. Toborg after jumping out 0-2. Off hitter Matt. Starter. This could just be a discussion as to see what we're doing. But now we have a runner on first, 2 outs. We're at the top of the 7th inning. Muskie's looking to try to get out of this inning and get in for their final at bat. What they hope is not their final at bat of the season. And Coach Piepert leaving the ball in his senior's hands, his senior leader at the pitching on the pitching mound. Asking him to go get 1 more out. Sullivan runs. To throw him out. Looks like actually Logel lost the ball on the tag. So Sullivan steals second. That pitch was high for ball 1. 5 straight balls here from Toborg. Needs to lock in and try to find that zone again. And right there, he's able to do it. Count moves to 1-1. Got to think maybe White was taking a strike there. The ball high for ball 2. Toborg. In for strike two. Good breaking ball there for strike two. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Runner goes. White throws it, or gets it to left field. And that'll be another RBI for the Cougars as Max White drives in another run. Sullivan moving on the pitch. Keister now comes to the plate. This was the subject of the umpire discussion, so Keister stays in the game. White at first. That ball's fouled. Strike one. Toborg ahead 0-1. White on first. 2 outs. Just a little friendly check pickoff move. Pitch misses inside for ball one. Swing and a miss for strike two. White moves on the play. And unable to catch the tag is Logel. And White will be safe at second base. Count goes to 2-2.
Come on, Dawson, you got
To go. Oh. Career. Go 2. Be back. Work. I'm as to get Bain on the pick off and Muskies. Left field. Muskie. Finds Beekman call. Line. Which Clay. For Beekman. Custis.
Come on, bud, you can do it.
Slide. Goes 1-2 to Custis. He looks like a closer out there. Ball's foul back. Ball back. Scott, the catcher, was set up 6 to 10 inches outside. And Bain left that one back over the middle, but Doug was able to catch up to it. Stock the pouch with the home plate umpire. Ball of this at bat. Grant Bodie at first. Got our camera. And changed our position slightly, but ball to left field. And White secures it for Muscatine. 3-0. As the Muskies unable to get any runs across. Advance. Their record moves to 22-15. Will move to 22-15. And And a huge thank you to our senior class here in Muscatine, Noah Yan, Diego Rangel, Toborg, Dalton Logel, and Josh. This program has grown significantly. Players have been a huge part of that growth. It's a hard feeling here in Muscatine. My season, it's a feeling that never leaves you. You obviously get over it, but you only have so many chances to play with your best friends. Muskies, this was the last time for this senior class to play with their broadcast on the Discover Muscatine Network, Sports Network, is under Let's Eat Catering, First National Bank of Muscatine, Bear of Muscatine. Discover Muscatine, Chris Anderson ×2, both Chris Andersons tonight, and myself, Joel Krausar. 45 days away from high school football, and we'll have those for you as well. All fall long for football here on the Discover Muscatine Sports Network. But let's not Cedar Rapids Kennedy tonight, but let's not take anything away from what these young men. This restoration of it's been a process, and the destination isn't always the end result. It's the successful journey, and these young men have had that. So, again, I'm Joel Krausar saying good night from Tom Bruner.